Okay, in the third workshop, we will learn vertical and horizontal lookups, in addition to some other Excel features we learned earlier. So let's see this example. So we have a material contract here. We have 20 parts. We are buying at these prices. So we have our inventory management table. So we have a beginning inventory, we have its count, we have its price acquired by contract. But this period, our prices may have changed. As you can see, price 1 used to be 18 by this Aveco method. Now it's 20. So we should bring the 20 here. And when we calculate used, it should calculate the average price from these two prices when we calculate. So let's get started with filling in these blank cells. The easiest one is to calculate the beginning inventory. It's beginning inventory units multiplied by beginning inventory price. It's showing, this formatting is showing nothing because there's unit count is 0. But if we copy these to other cells and paste it as a formula, we will have some numbers wherever it's not 0. And we can calculate the total at the end. We can also calculate the total units count, which is regularly used for reconciling. But some of you may be familiar with the lookup function, which allows you to bring the correct item value. Looking up, it's the item name or the number, part number. So in here we have to look up vertically in this the value of the parts vertically here. So in this cell we should bring the part, we should look for the part in this table, part 1, and bring its price into here. In the part 3 price, we should find part 3 in this contract and bring its price to here. So how it works, so in the vertical lookup, it's spelled as VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP, and if you open up the formula window, first you have to specify the lookup value. Which value to this cell, which value you want to look up in your table. The contract table, we want to look up the part 1, right? In table array, where do you want to look up this value? Where do you want to look up this value? We want to look up this value on this table. But you always provide absolute referencing to the table. Otherwise, when you copy this, the table moves with this cell. So you don't want that to happen. Now, column index means when you find this lookup value in this table, which column value you want to bring into this cell. So in this cell, we want to look up the part 1 in this table from the first column and bring the second column. Sometimes we have a table with more columns, so you may want to bring the third column or fourth column depending on how many columns exist between the lookup value and the value you want to bring in. So here we're going to put 2 because we want to bring the second column, so it can be any integer here. If you put 1, it's going to bring just itself. The range lookup always provide false, meaning false will be exact match. It should match 1 to 1. But if you put true, it will match it approximately. If it's approximate match, that'll bring. But we want the exact match here. And almost always you want to put false as an exact match. Now if you hit enter, it's gonna give you the result. One more time, you have 4 parameters or items you have to provide to VLOOKUP formula. The first one is the lookup value in your table, and next one is the table you want to look up this value, and the third one is the column, which column value you want to bring into your table, and the last one is a false, which means the exact match. Now this is correct. The part 1 price is 20. If you copy this to the rest of the fields with a formula, it should bring the correct prices. So 17 is a part 18, the 22 is a part 19, 9 is a part 9. This is correct. Now we can simply multiply the units to the price and copy this to the rest of the cells and find the total values with the alternative plus keys. Now our price in used and the ending inventory should be calculated of these items. So what we should do is should be equal to the total value from beginning inventory plus the total value of purchased divided by the sum of the units from the beginning inventory plus the units from the purchased. If you close this, so this should be the formula for the average cost. This is 20 because we don't have a beginning inventory. This is 10 because we have a 10 in purchase, 10 in beginning inventory, 2 and 2, 3 and 3, and the rest are either 0 in the beginning or the purchase. You can calculate again the used multiplying by units to the price. So copy this to the rest of the cells by formula, and find the totals for this section. So this many units were used at this cost. So we can bring in the price from the used. So there should be same, because we know from Aveco that the used and the ending inventory prices are same. Put the formula, and the units are calculated as the beginning units plus the purchased minus the used. Now if we copy this to the rest of it, should give the ending units. Now ending total, you can either just do the total beginning plus total purchase minus total ending, or you can also do this by ending inventory units multiplied by ending inventory price. It should give you the same results, unless approximation error is too high. So if we finish up, this is our direct material table built under the Aveco method, average cost method. But the main thing we learned here is the lookup function, vertical lookup function, where we brought the unit prices of the items from the contract, where we looked at the item name and brought its price in the second one. This is the main thing we learned from this one. The similar thing in the next is the horizontal. Now in here the items are provided vertically. When we look the items, for example in here I'm looking up this part 1 under these names, that list is provided vertically. That's why it's called vertical lookup. But if you go to labor, this is the labor expenses. We have 7 categories of labor rates, and our employees have different categories of labor, and they are paid at those corresponding rates. But our category labor contract is provided horizontally. So this is a horizontal list of the categories. What we use here is the horizontal lookup, H lookup. Now if you open this, it's the same structure. First lookup value, we want to look up the category 1 for this cell. In the table of the labor contract, category 1 to category 7 included the pay rate, and we have to fix this absolutely, otherwise it's going to move with our formula. And we want to bring the second column. We want to look the name of the category in the first column, first row, and we want to bring the second row to this value, and we want the exact match, so we type false. Type that, it's right. So we're looking at the category up here, and we were bringing in its pay rate, so it's $10. If we copy this down here and paste formula, we'll have 10, 10, 10 for the category 1, 12, 12 for category 2, 15 for category 3, again 10 for category 1, and so on. And category 4 is 18. Now we can calculate the line total by multiplying hours to the rate. So this matches paid employee 1, and the rest is paid accordingly. The last one is paid 666. And the total hours worked can be calculated summing the hours, and the total expenses and labor can be calculated summing the line totals. So this is how we learn, this is how we use the horizontal lookup in our Excel, right? The main criteria here is our table that where we look up the value is built horizontally. The items are provided horizontally. In the previous case, the items were provided vertically. So this is the end of workshop 3.